Know Your Candidate. Presented by Portland is Possible, broadcasted by XRAY FM.
In this segment, we offer a brief background on the visionary candidates that are proudly standing and running for Portland mayor. The new mayor position is different. They will provide the city administrator that will be confirmed by the majority of the 12 members of the Portland Area City Council. Characteristics of the new mayor-council form of government: mayor is elected separately from the council, is often full-time and paid, with significant administrative authority. Depending on the municipal charter, the mayor could have weak or strong powers. Council is elected and maintains legislative powers.
My name is Keith Wilson. I'm running for mayor, and I'm running to deliver real change for Portland.
After they are elected, the new city council will have the opportunity to decide how committees work and how decisions get made. What is one thing you would advocate for in that process to help the city be nimble and responsive to opportunity?
I think one of the most important things is what the voters wanted when we changed our form of government. I think one of the most important things is a constituent advocacy office in the city government. In other words, you no longer have nobody to talk to. You talk to your counselor in your neighborhood, and that counselor then has a direct communication to the administration to effect change, so the neighbors now have a direct voice into how their cities run.
How should the city support connecting cultural communities that have been displaced from rising housing costs and gentrification?
We want to reverse displacement. So think of our downtown core. We have dozens of buildings that are empty. We need to convert those from offices into residential, create vibrant communities that focus on arts and culture, and we bring back people to the urban core, and we build through affordable housing. So we reverse that trend, and we actually bring all communities at all income levels back to our central city, and we rebuild and revitalize our community.
What is the city's role in completing the Green Loop project?
We need to take point in creating the Green Loop. It's a vision that we know we must do for the future. Micromobility, whether it's walking or biking or e-mobility, is the future. The sooner we recognize it and start building our infrastructure around it, the quicker we're cleaner, greener, and a healthier society.
What in your background demonstrates how you approach implementing visionary ideas?
You know, Portland has always dreamed big, and it's time we dream big again. I'm an executive board member for the U.S. HighSpeed Rail Association. I wrote and was chief petitioner on a bill in the Oregon legislature last year to begin the funding for HighSpeed Rail. So what we're going to do is we're going to dream about a 1-hour train trip from Portland to Seattle at half the cost. Imagine that, 1 hour at half the cost, and we can do it. And it will replace 80% of all inner city traffic. And we're not far off. We're the last country to develop high-speed rail, and as your mayor, we're going to begin that planning and process of moving our community in Portland forward.
How do we use or progress our current infrastructure to withstand substantial growth in the city?
We have 190,000 empty rooms in the homes that we have in Portland right now. 100 years ago, we used to do boarding houses and all this shared living. Imagine if we gave a credit to a homeowner, $3,000, to convert one room into a home share operation, we could add thousands of units to our community at low or no cost quickly to build up to tens of thousands of people that could live in workforce housing. Imagine an apartment or imagine a room for $600 or $700 a month instead of a $1,700 one-bedroom apartment, which is what the minimum is in Portland today. We can build faster, we can build it with affordable housing, and we can ask our high school graduates to live and create a toehold, but more importantly, we can provide dignity for living for those that have built our city and that are retired on limited income.
Lightning round.
Whom from Portland's past or present should our leaders take notes from?
Without a doubt is Mayor Bud Clark. So he was visionary. We had endemic unsheltered homelessness in Old Town. He said, not on my watch. He ended unsheltered homelessness, and I'm happy to say that the team that he worked with are on my team at Shelter Portland, and we have the same or similar plan to end unsheltered homelessness next year.
If you could wave a magic wand to make one thing happen in Portland, what would you do?
We would end unsheltered homelessness. You know, I have high school classmates that are living on the streets in tents today. That suffering has got to end. And next year as your mayor, we're going to end it, and we're going to care for everybody in Portland, both the housed and the unhoused, and we're going to better livability for every community member.
If you couldn't live in Portland, where would you want to live?
If anybody watched the 2024 Olympics last week and the weeks before, Paris rocked it. I want to move to Paris, but only if I couldn't live in Portland. But I'm living in Portland. This is my dream city.
Where do you get your coffee?
Oh, host of places. Cafe Destino is my local on 15th and Fremont. But when I'm around, it's 40 pounds, it's Stumptown. Anywhere where they have good grounds, I'm in.
What's a single word you would want to use to describe Portland in 30 years?
Remarkable.
So now you know your candidate.
Or a bit about them. We like to thank the visionary candidates, also like to especially thank all the volunteers and organizations that put this together. We couldn't do this without you. To look at each candidate, be a good Portland citizen, and to be a dashing and informed voter, listen to XRAY FM to learn about ballots and the new ranked choice voting system. And check out portlandpossible.org.